B, from 2 to 6. Okay. Oh wait, well that's what I just did. I was interested in knowing what that was, but that's what the next question was. So if you know how much area this whole thing is, and they tell you how much area that is, then you should be able to figure it out. But again, it relies on you to remember area under the x-axis is considered negative, area above the x-axis is considered positive. C is 0 to 6, f of x dx. So it almost looks like the thing that they give to me, but this one says absolute value. So, any ideas on how you might do that? What do you think, Ty?
You take the area of B and add it to the area of A, so it wouldn't be negative, it would be positive.
Right. Just think of this as positive area, which it already is, and think of this as positive area because it says absolute value. So 6 plus 1.5 would be 7.5. Just whether it's above or below, treat it as positive. Absolute value, always positive. D, 0 to 2, negative 2 f of x dx. Okay, so 0 to 2. All right, well, isn't the area from 0 to 2 1.5? Okay, negative 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Then why is that not the answer this time?
You got multiplied by negative 2.
Right, multiply by negative 2. So 3. So do you like this type of question more than the one where you have to undo power rule and stuff, or less?
I feel like I haven't done a lot of difficult math. Yeah, it's just like
You just have to remember all the rules.
Here?
I feel like it's gonna sneak up on me. Maybe with a hard question in the last 2 small parts.
Oh, well, maybe it will. I don't know.
If you're anxious to it.
All right, 0 to 6. Bracket 2 plus f of x dx. All right, brackets mean the same thing as parentheses, so all right, I really like to try to keep my picture up here. All right, so remember, if it's got add or subtract, if you've got more than one term, you can do these individually. So this is the same as 0 to 2 of 2 dx plus 0 to 6. 0 to 6 f of x dx. This part we already know. They gave that to me in the directions. It is 4.5. Okay, what about this?
It would be 12.
Okay, how do you know that's 12?
Well, that's what it is. It's like you're moving your equation up 2 units, and you're only looking at those 6. Like you're going up 2 and over 6, so it's like you're adding that amount of area.
Very good. So you could do this by hand, hopefully. You know, the derivative of 2x gives you 2. Plug in 6, you get 12. Plug in 0, you get 0. 12 minus 0 is 0. But you can also think of it just like Ty said. If you're shifting the whole thing up, 2, like the line y equals 2, is like this. And from 0 to 6, you just basically created a little rectangle in there that has an area of 12. So it's the same thing. So whatever is easier for you to figure out. But both are definitely valid. I would say the way that you explained it, though, Ty, would be a little harder to justify, but it's certainly understandable. Or a valid strategy. All right, finish off number 13, the average value of f over the interval 0 to 6 is Okay, well, what's the total area under the curve from 0 to 6? Right, 4.5. And then what did we have to do to change it from total area to average area? Okay, and 6 because that's like how many horizontal units you have, how many things there are, just like you do with normal averages. So 4.5 divided by 6 for me would be 0.75. Yep. So kind of a different take on it, forcing you to think about it as area instead of just undoing power rule each time. But these are certainly question types that will be on your AP test as well, so very important. Okay, any specifics about 13 before I
Do D again.
take it away?
Part two.
Part E. Okay, so you see how I split it up?
Yeah, oh, 6.2.
Okay, so I said I could integrate 2, and then later on I'll integrate f of x. Okay, so usually I don't split it up, but that's what we're doing. But we usually do it one term at a time, correct? Well, this part we already had. This part was given to us. And this part in yellow, the highlighted piece, you could do it one of two ways. You could either just integrate it by hand, undo power rule, plug in 6, plug in 0, subtract. And if you do that, you will get 12. Or the way Ty explained it was what I was going to add to it. But 2 is a horizontal line. So I'm shifting my whole equation up 2, so it's got this other stuff, it's still got the same curvature to it, but I'm shifting the whole graph up 2 from 0 to 6. So it's really like I added in a rectangle that's 2 by 6. So that's why this was 12. But again, you can do it by hand if you need to. Good. Is that enough there?
Yeah, I just found some stuff. I must have gotten confused earlier in the problem because I can see what you're doing with those numbers. I'm just trying to think about
Well, we need to see it worked out by hand. If you did.
I got confused previously in like B and C or something.
Oh, okay.
So none of that makes sense.
I got you.